fashion, music, wellness.
And don't forget sex.
Mostly sex.
If it's trending, they'll be talking about it. Trend Radio is right here.
And right now, I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
And we always have something great to say.
Because it's us. So stay tuned.
You'll be glad you did. Good morning, Elise.
Good morning.
Elise, what an interesting week this has been this week.
Oh, it certainly has been a very interesting week.
Yes, it has. We turned the clocks back.
Yes, we did.
This week.
We made it through the election.
Yes, we did.
And
it was Veterans Day.
Yes, that was yesterday.
Yes.
And a couple of days before that, the U.S. Marine Corps were established in 1775.
1775. I remember it well.
I'm sure you do. The few, the proud,
And the brave.
Marines. Yeah.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
The Marine Corps. It's a branch of the United States Armed Forces responsible for providing power projection using the mobility of the United States Navy to rapidly deliver combined armed task forces on land, at sea, and in the air. Marines are great.
Yes, they are.
They're great.
You do not mess with a Marine.
Nah, I wouldn't mess with anybody from the armed forces, to be honest with you. But yeah, the Marines, yeah, they're something else.
Yes, they are. Elise, do we have a sexy show today?
Don't we always have a
We
sexy
always have
show?
a sexy show. That's our show. Sexy.
That's our show, yeah.
That's right.
So it's just sexy.
If you can't handle it, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, and if you can't handle the show, change the channel.
Oh, no. No, you sit and listen to it, even if we have
Even
to
if
tie
you can't handle it.
That's right.
Even if we have to tie you up.
That's right. Now, according to a lot of the stuff we talk about, some people might like that.
Yeah. That's true. That is true.
So, you know what I've noticed?
Tell me.
And I don't know about your girlfriends, or maybe when you were younger, but do some of the women you know seem a little clingy?
Some are a little clingy, yeah. Some of the guys I know are a little clingy too.
Guys clingy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. There's, even my co-host is a little clingy sometimes.
Oh, no, I cling to the microphone because because I got to be careful. If I just turn for a second,
Yeah.
you take it away. Or you'll put some chips or coconut slices in my mouth.
So that you can't talk.
That's right.
Yeah, that'll never happen. You talk with the food in the mouth too. Yeah. All right. So what are you saying?
Well, one of the most destructive things a woman or a man can do in a relationship, is behaving in a way that it's perceived as clingy. Because what does Maria Prito say? It's perception is reality.
Perception is everything. And yeah, my son actually has a tattoo that says perception is reality. And that's true.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, no, that's the truth. Because somebody's perception is definitely their reality.
Right. And clinginess just happens to be one of the top complaints that most men have about the women that they're dating.
Okay. So what are some things that women do that are very clingy, if you will?
Well, they're calling excessively. They're texting nonstop.
I know somebody like that, yeah.
Yeah, rapid machine gun texting.
Oh, my God. I know somebody like that. 37 texts in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that? You
Who
can't
can even think that
but
fast?
The
I
crazy
can't think
thing
that
is
fast.
that how do you even expect somebody to read all of that?
Oh, they
Who
do.
has time for that?
But
do you know any guys who have time to sit there and scroll through 37 text messages?
No.
Who the hell would want to do that?
I would think most guys don't even read them.
I don't
which
know.
will probably pisses their girl off even more.
I don't know if it is your girl. Could be somebody else.
It could be. That's right. Could be somebody else's girl.
Yeah.
Women are initiating most of the texts. Guys don't.
I know
do.
a couple of guys that are textaholics. They just text and text and text.
Text after text, I know.
Yeah, I know some.
And they get upset when they don't get a reply immediately, right?
I know somebody who gets like that too. Yeah, a few people. Yeah. You can't always respond immediately. You might be with, your family. You might be with, somebody that you're working with. You might be doing something, important, living life, and your phone's just not with you.
Well, I know that men typically like texting and talking only when there's actually things to talk about. Men aren't so much about aimless chit-chat. Oh. I know myself. I'm not a chit-chatter, but if something is important, I like to, talk about it, get it over with, and move on to the next thing.
Exactly. Of course. Absolutely.
And I've seen people, men and women, overshare.
Overshare? Like on social media kind of thing?
Yeah.
My God. It's awful. Some people are ridiculous when it comes to like Facebook. They put their life on Facebook. It's like, really?
That's
Hello?
right. Yes.
You can be scrolling through. I'm scrolling through. I'm looking at different businesses, looking at different people, looking at different things. And then, the same people tend to post a million things about their sad life.
Yes.
What is that? That's not what it's about.
And picture after picture of you and your significant other talking about how much you guys are in love.
Well, I mean, it's nice to see that people are in love. That's really a nice thing. And if people are doing things, there are some people that share, pictures of their newborn baby. They share pictures of themselves, with their partner walking, in a beautiful forest or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's a beautiful thing to see, actually. They have like a lovely sunset. People share their vacations. It's when they start to, what bothers me is when they start to go on a rant and they start to overshare their stuff, if you will. Like nobody wants to hear about their stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that just makes you seem like desperate for attention, I think.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
or when they get angry, when they're angry at somebody, and so they're putting it out there on Facebook that they're having a hard time. Oh my God, it's awful.
Yeah, I would think that's private stuff. You don't want the world
would agree with you.
Especially if there's some other gal stalking your man and, and they're having a fight. This might be the perfect time to move in.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, ladies, sometimes a guy just needs time alone. I mean, I have a T-shirt that I wear, and it says, "Leave me alone."
I have news for you.
What?
If you really ever wore that T-shirt where anybody could actually see it, that would be bad. I think that people in general, not just guys, but people in general sometimes need some downtime and alone time.
Yeah.
The other day, I have to tell you, I needed some downtime, alone time. Mm-hmm. So I left the salon and spent the afternoon by myself.
Turned the phone off?
I did not turn the phone off.
I knew it.
I did not turn the phone off.
Of course you didn't.
No, I have kids. Just in case anybody needs
to
get in touch.
They're grown
adults. It doesn't matter if they're still my kids. They're still my babies. And you know what? They didn't call me, but you did. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
I was worried.
You see what I'm talking about?
I was worried about you. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
Because I know that you sometimes don't make very good decisions. And, you sometimes forget you can't make a left on red.
Oh, my God.
It's a right on red.
Oh, my God.
These are little things I worry about.
I'm an excellent driver.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. How many accidents have you had lately?
None, thank God.
I don't know. What's all them? Your headlight falls off.
My headlight
door
didn't
falls
fall off.
My
door didn't fall off. My headlight went out.
Your tires fly off the car.
Oh my God, they did not fly off the car. I got a flat tire on the turnpike.
That's right, because all four were bald.
They were not. Oh my God. Why are you saying you are terrible?
I'm a bad man.
You are a very bad man. At least he's telling the truth there.
Well, at any rate, it's not good if, you are in his face every spare minute. You don't want to do that.
No, you definitely don't want to do that.
And we had a gal that worked for us for a long time. constantly seeking approval and needing compliments and stuff like that. And I think when you're endlessly fishing for compliments, it makes you seem needy for validation.
Yeah. And that's terrible. And nobody wants to seem needy. Well, I can't imagine anybody would want to seem needy.
Well, I'm talking about, doesn't he think I'm gorgeous? Doesn't he love me? Well, yes, otherwise he wouldn't be with you. So,
Well, maybe he doesn't.
and so what?
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just does not love you. And maybe she does not love you. Maybe they just don't love you.
That's possible. But the thing is, you got to stop asking him over and over the same question and over and over and over, Elise.
Come on. I don't ask the same questions over and over. You are just...
That's right. You don't do that anymore. Or any less.
Ay.
And nothing sends up a red flag more than a woman who tries to rush the relationship milestones.
Oh, yeah. That's awful.
Yeah. And clingy women are constantly thinking about the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Are we dating exclusively? Are we moving in together? Are we getting married? Most guys will want to go at a relatively steady pace and let things happen naturally.
Yeah, but most people, I would think, would want to let things happen naturally. I mean, the needy people, they can't, I don't think they can just help themselves. But there are some needy guys out there too. Maybe you can find each other.
We're talking about clingy women.
Yeah, but maybe you can find a clingy guy.
We know a bunch of clingy women and clingy guys. Maybe we can hook them up.
Yeah, this way we don't have to put them with anybody who would be upset with the clinginess.
Right. Email us.
Oh, yeah.
We'll set you guys up.
Yeah. Why don't you do that? Clingy people, email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com.
And we'll be your go-between.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'll even send you guys gift certificates for $50.
You can come in together.
From Anthony Vincent Salon. Yeah, we can set up the date.
We can set up the date.
Yeah,
you
get your hair cut. Yeah, get a manicure.
Sit down and talk.
Absolutely.
And then if you like each other, you can go for coffee.
Yeah, it would be fantastic.
I know. Get
your eyebrows
waxed. It's always
waxed.
nice to go for coffee.
I love coffee.
Yes.
It's very nice to go for coffee. You know why?
Oh, I know why.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Well, tell us.
The caffeine.
Is that the reason?
Yes, the caffeine does a little something. It helps.
Okay.
And it's not expensive if you don't like each other.
That's a good thing too.
Well, depending where you go. If you go to Starbucks, it's about $25 for a couple of cups of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. And cherry whatever.
Cherry tart.
Oh,
anyway. Guys can sense that you're forcing the progress and you're focused on locking them down into marriage. This happened to me. It really did.
Did it really?
I couldn't run fast enough, and I didn't.
Thank God you're a fast runner.
Yeah, but they still caught me. They took my keys.
She got you, huh?
She got me. I was young and dumb, and...
But you know what?
And I didn't know I could say no.
But
guys, just say no.
You got out of it quickly enough. And you flew.
Say no to drugs. Say no to clingy women.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's bad.
Clingy can be kind of nice if you're insecure too. But when they start
that's only
pushing
when you're
the engagement ring, the honeymoon, the date, the ring and the date. Run.
Oy vey is me.
Anyway, being clingy in a relationship in any way is not good. Balance your time with him. Balance the time with yourself. Balance the time with your other interests and responsibilities.
Yes. Balance is very important.
It is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about balance. If you're not balanced, it's going to be a problem.
And Elise, you are all about balance.
Absolutely.
Even the picture on the wall has to be balanced with
Absolutely. I'm a Libra to a fault.
Oh. Eh, When you adopt a healthy mindset, everything else should fall right into place naturally. And none of these things should be an issue, should they?
I don't think so. No. In fact, no.
So, when you email us, we're just going to have you go out for coffee.
Yeah, coffee is good.
But what the heck happened to going out on a real date?
I don't know.
And do people even know what a real date is today?
You know, it's interesting. I have people that they don't know. They don't know. A lot of the millennials, actually.
Oh, yes.
Everything is done through the internet and everything is done through texting and everything. Do you want to hear something? This is the craziest thing. I know a girl, one of my clients, went out on a first date. She met a guy at a bar, okay? Didn't know him. Didn't know anything about him. Do you know why she's not going out with him again?
Why?
She didn't like his voice. So I said to her, "You never heard it before you met him?" She said, "No, it was all through text." Are you kidding me? You didn't even have a conversation. They didn't even speak on the phone before meeting.
Holy mackerel.
She didn't like his voice. And she was so upset because she liked him so much through texting. But I was like, are you kidding me? Go out with him one more time and at least see you liked him before. Oh, no. You should hear what he sounds like. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Kind of like David Beckham. You know, he's
Unbelievable.
all hot to look at. But then when you hear him talk, you know, you kind of, all the hotness just kind of goes away.
I don't think he sounds exactly like what you just did.
Well, it's kind of like that. You know, my John Wayne impressions are better than my David Beckham, you know. And John Wayne can shoot David Beckham right where he sits.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, relationships, kind of tough, but situationships are much easier to come by.
Situationships.
Yes.
Interesting. Talk to me.
Well, okay. I'm racking my brain now. It's been a long time since I've been out on a date. And I don't think I've ever been out for coffee. Not lately, anyway. But I'm racking my brain as to why the world of dating has suddenly turned into the world of, let's snuggle at my place and watch a movie. You know?
Well, I think that a lot of those situations, you know, I don't know that it's necessarily snuggling at my place and watching a movie, but, you know, the Netflix and chill situation, that scenario is very, very common, you know, amongst the millennials.
That's right.
That's what they do. You know, it's inexpensive because all of them are saving their money. You know,
what little money they're earning.
Exactly. And they're all, you know, they're either in school or taking classes of some sort. And
$200,000 in student debt.
Exactly. So, you know, they don't want to spend a lot of money. Although they could go for coffee, like you said, and it wouldn't cost that much unless it's at Starbucks. But besides that, yeah, I could see going over, you know, ordering a pizza, having a couple of beers or a drink or whatever, and watching a movie. Because, you know, to go to the movies, it's $40.
Yeah, that's
It
crazy.
is. It is. It's like $40 to get popcorn, a small soda, and watch a movie. And so I can understand why they wouldn't want to do that. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, think about that. And even just going to, like, you know, for burgers, it's $40, you know, for two people. So,
You know, who can
and they're
afford-
sharing fries, you know? So if you think about it, they don't really make a lot of money. I can understand why they're doing this. So a real date, I mean, you almost feel badly even saying anything about it because, you know, years and years ago, you know, in the, 70s, 80s, 90s, even 2000, you know, even 5 years ago, it was a little bit different.
That's right. Like not 5 years, but 8 years ago
Okay.
was quite a bit differently.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, no, I got it.
You did.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that 1950s dating style is long gone.
Well, that's different. That's an ice cream soda for 3 cents. Okay?
That's right.
You know,
I remember going to the Parfait House
Okay,
on Route
yeah.
33 in Hamilton.
Loved it there.
Oh,
Loved it.
Yeah, and for $5, you could
Yeah.
spend the whole night there. In fact, now I remember my very first date. It was actually on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights. My mother gave me $5, and we spent the whole night on
Exactly.
rides and playing games.
Exactly,
and
but things were
having a
very
good time.
different. Things were very different in the year one when you were a child. But besides that,
Shame
though,
on you.
I'm kidding. But things were very different anyway. And even like you said, even 8 to 10 years ago, things were very, very different economically.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's really, really difficult for these people, for these youngsters or young kids, whatever, anybody really to go out on a date. It's really hard. But you can think of really nice things to do. Like you can take a walk around the lake. You can go to the boardwalk. I don't know that you necessarily want to go on the rides because
It's
like
you
$100
fall off of them, yeah.
well, no, it's $100 to
Yeah.
go,
Yes, it is.
for a night on the boardwalk for pizza and rides and cotton candy.
Yes.
That's $100. So that's a rough thing for, a student or, somebody going out on a date that really just doesn't have the money for that.
You know what's interesting? Like you said, I don't know who could afford anything else other than hanging out. Last week, I went out for pizza and 2 beers, $50.
You eat-
One
you drink
pizza,
beer?
2 beers.
You drink beer?
Angry Orchard.
Oh,
Yes, it's like an apple.
I know what it
It's like
is.
an apple soda.
Zach drinks them.
Yeah, it's very good. And, that's nuts. We went to a neighborhood restaurant. Now, you know what happens? I guess when you turn 40, you just don't eat as much as you used to. Because I used to gobble everything. And just a neighborhood restaurant. 2 entrees. We shared an appetizer. 2 beers. Angry Orchard.
$100, right?
$100.
Easily.
It was $100.
I know.
Who can afford this?
That's ridiculous.
It really is.
And that's the reason why people don't go on what you say, quote unquote, real dates.
Yeah,
Because it's too expensive.
we just solved it.
That's why.
We absolutely did.
See that? Now you know.
And, chivalry isn't practiced as much as it once was. We're texting more than talking.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, that girl, she just went out on her first date and didn't like the guy's voice. She didn't even know the guy's voice before meeting him. I find that to be unbelievable.
We exchange sexy selfies instead of mixtapes. I remember, I forgot all about mixtapes. When a girl liked you,
She made you a mixtape.
She made you a mixtape.
And that was interesting because it was very personal.
Yes.
You got the songs that she likes and that she wants you to hear.
And that they reminded her
Or of you. Yeah.
Or reminded her of your relationship together.
I got some mixtapes when I was younger. Oh my God, they were the best. That was the best gift to get something.
Yes.
It was personal and it meant something. I loved that.
And the time that it took to put it together.
Well, that's the thing. They took the time to make something for you and to give you something personal that was strictly from them. That's a beautiful thing. That's a wonderful gift.
Yeah.
Something personal. I love that.
It really does. This kind of leaves me wishing that things could go back the way they used to be.
Well, some things, not everything, but some things would be nice.
Well, but the thing is, these millennials have no experience of how it used to be.
You know what's really sad? They don't even know what it's like to play outside.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm sure you were out from morning until evening.
Yes.
Nobody ate lunch. We didn't eat lunch. We would just leave the house after breakfast. on the weekends, of course, because we had school. But we'd leave the house after breakfast and go run and play. And that's why no kid then had a weight problem.
No, we were
Because we
outside.
were active.
On our bicycles, going
Skateboards,
all over the place.
Wherever
Yes. That's right.
And we didn't get hurt.
No. My friends and I used to jump off the top of somebody's garage.
Yeah.
They had like a shed in their backyard.
We had
played
a shed
Superman.
too. Oh, we played Mary Poppins.
Oh. See, that's the difference between guys and girls.
But you know
Girls
what?
jump off with an umbrella. Guys jump off with a rag wrapped around their neck.
Let me just tell you something. The umbrella, you can't fly. Okay? You really can't fly. And you guys have a rag on your neck. We're holding an umbrella and a valise. Okay? Because she had this like big pocketbook thing.
A valise. What the hell is a valise?
A valise.
A valise.
That's what my grandmother used to say. Oh, she'd go, Lenny. I'm dating myself. It's terrible. Lenny, Elise took my valise. It had a flower on it. It kind of looked like Mary Poppins, So, and then I took the umbrella and we tried to add a little bird face to the handle. You actually have an umbrella that had a bird face. I took it.
I remember. Yes,
Yeah, I took it because it reminded me of Mary Poppins. Remember?
You didn't jump off any roofs.
I learned a long time ago not to jump off of anything with an umbrella.
Yeah.
You do not fly.
Well, dating has changed
Oh, yeah.
because we've allowed it to. And it isn't something we can just blame on modern behavior. When it comes to dating and relationships, women are and have always been mostly in control of the situations and the directions that things are headed. That's in my experience and every other guy that I know. And this is because it's generally natural for men to chase women and for women to choose their men.
I agree.
All right. Even though many things have changed, the one thing that hasn't changed is men are still doing more pursuing.
Okay, but I know some women who do quite a bit of pursuing too.
Well, things have changed a little bit, so it's okay for a woman to pursue.
I guess it's
But
okay.
mostly
But
men.
the reality is that some ladies, boy, do all the pursuing, and the guy just sits back and just waits for it, and it's awful to watch. Awful. Women who do that, oh God, they don't take no for an answer, and they just keep going.
Well, the guy's kind of lucky then because he really doesn't have to do anything.
Well, the guy is married.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh well. All righty. It appears as though that this is the men's preference to do most of the pursuing. This is
Well, it depends on the man, I guess.
Well-
Some men like to be in control.
I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah,
but,
right.
But according to a study in Psychology Today, and by the associate psychology professor Michael Mills. Professor Michael Mills, yes. This puts women at an advantage because when they are in the choosing position, they get to set the parameters for what constitutes a suitable date.
Absolutely. I think that is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I like it when the woman has a little bit of control there.
Absolutely. And usually interested men are really agreeable to this. And somewhere along the way, this message has become lost to women, but the fact still remains.
Somewhere along the way.
Somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
But the reason why dating has gotten so relaxed and lazy is because women have not been setting and enforcing their standards like they did in the past.
Really? Is that how it is?
It's, women, all of my friends say this, even now as adults, the woman is always in control. The woman chooses. The woman knows what's going to happen. The guy can only hope.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
It really is. But it's the truth.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
And I don't know if we're kind of getting off the subject, but, our show is sex. So let's just talk plain.
Oh, yeah. The woman knows if she's having sex or not.
That night.
Yes, she
Absolutely.
does. She
The guy-
absolutely knows. The guy does not know.
The guy doesn't know.
The guy hopes,
Yeah.
but you're absolutely
So
right.
there
But
you
the
go.
woman knows when she's going to have sex. Absolutely.
That's right. And it's even, you could be married for who knows how long, and the guy still can only hope. I wonder if she's going to be in the mood. Is she going to have a headache? Is her ass going to hurt? Is her toe going to hurt? Does she have a headache? But if you're a listener to our show, you know that if she has a headache, sex makes the headache go away.
It helps, yes.
Yes. Learn this story and many, many more with Elise and Anthony Vincent. Our show, which you are listening to right now, is called Trend Radio, and we talk about love, lust, relationships, and
Anthony
sex.
seems to be talking about everything. It's like you can't get a word in edgewise.
Well, what are we talking about now?
I don't know. I'm listening to you.
We're talking about dating and how it's changed over the years.
Yes.
So, it's never too early to start drawing boundaries, and doing so is the key factor in earning respect of anyone you invite into your life.
That is true.
If he refuses,
You need to have boundaries.
and you need to know them. You need to think about them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lay out the law first.
And if he refuses the idea of going on a real date with you, you can be sure he wasn't
not your guy.
He's not for you.
Nope.
Absolutely right. And another thing to consider, Elisa.
What did you call me?
Elisa?
Really?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me start over again. Okay. And another thing, Elise.
Who's on your mind?
My father used to call you Alish.
Alish?
Alish.
Alish.
How's Alish? Anyway, what was I talking about?
That was good.
Yeah. He did sound like that.
Yeah.
Anthony, how's Alish?
That was really
What's
good.
she doing?
That's funny.
Yeah, you think she could clip my nails? I can't see them. My father's 90. Anyway, what was I talking about?
You see?
Oh,
He
guys.
lost his mind.
Okay. Guys are not happy with the double standard. Today,
Oh, some are. Some are. It depends on the control that they like to have.
women like to talk about gaining equality between the sexes, so it's justifiable that sometimes men are left wondering why they keep having to pay the bill for all these dates and the women never do.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, somebody once told me, now I happen to not agree with this. I think it should be fair, and equal, depending, of course, on the relationship. But, I was out with a guy once and I actually tried to pay. And you know what he said to me? He said, "No, I'm the boy. You're the girl."
That's funny because that's what I've always said when they, somehow or other.
I once, to pay for dinner one night, I was out with a friend and he's the boy and I'm the girl. It was this guy, the same guy. I once had to actually sneak up to the cash register and pay for it without him knowing.
Isn't that something?
Isn't that?
Yeah. Yeah, he was very, very surprised, I'm sure.
He was happy though.
Was he?
He thought it was sweet.
Yeah,
It was sweet. He liked that.
I've dated women that were wealthy and I've dated women that were poor. Dating wealthy women is better.
Oh yeah. Why is that? They're more generous?
Well,
Is that what you're thinking?
you go over to their house and there's food in the refrigerator, not like lipstick and half a bottle of wine.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that really matters to anymore.
No, not anymore. But that
Not in like a quarter of a century.
when I was dating, that's what
That's really
what I
funny.
based my second or third date on.
Oh, how much
Actually-
money the girls had?
No, how much food was in the refrigerator? I'm sure that I told you. I had met a gal who was absolutely adorable. She was lovely. She had a great job. And we went out a couple of times. And the third time, she invited me into the house. And
Is she the one with the crumbs in the bed?
no, that was a different one. This one had dust on the end tables.
Oh, okay.
There was a
I remember her.
cobweb.
Yeah, no, I remember her.
The cobweb from the lamp to the ceiling, the dirty dishes
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
sink.
yeah. I remember her.
Yeah, the
What I'd like to know is what the hell was her problem inviting you in?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I don't get that.
when I saw that was pretty much the last date. That was pretty much the last
I'm
date.
curious as to why she invited you over, though.
She wasn't ready. I wasn't invited over to stay. I was invited in because she wasn't quite ready. So she had to. I don't know.
So you went out that night anyway?
We went out that night, but it was an early night.
Yeah, you were like,
Yeah, because at that point
turned you off.
I was turned off. I was turned off.
Immediately, yeah. The switch.
She flipped the switch.
She flipped the switch, yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, I know when that happens, it's awful. And there's no going back.
No.
Once that switch, the switch goes on when you're happy about something. But once that switch goes off, it never goes back on again.
Well, what you got to do is you got to hardwire that circuit. So you bypass the switch. Men become a little suspicious that women are wanting all of the benefits, but none of the responsibilities that go along with so-called equality.
Tell me about that.
Well, can we assume that this is a probable reason why men would rather stay home than go out?
Some men, I think.
And in either case, you might want to think about where you stand on equality as a woman.
That's interesting. That's a very interesting thing. I think that's for another show.
Okay. You're the boss. You always push me around, tell me what to do.
Listen to this. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the time. Constantly giving me an elbow, pushing me off my chair.
Yeah, you're bruised, baby, bruised.
It is. It's awful. It is awful. The marks. Look at that black and blue mark. She grabbed me right there.
That's from his blood work.
And she has man hands. Well, anyway, remember that in general, men still prefer to do the initial asking out. So they may not mind paying at first. Although on future dates, many of them would probably appreciate a little more effort and initiative from you.
Well, it's nice to offer, Just make sure you have it to back it up in case they say yes.
Yes. I wonder who gets more dates, the nice guy or the bad boy?
I think the bad boy does.
You think?
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Do you think the relationships last with a bad boy?
No.
No? They're just more fun.
Unless the lady turns him into a nice guy.
Oh. And, nice guys don't finish last. They get girlfriends.
You think so?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Well, I think that what happens is, what I was going to say, the nice guy does get the girl and does get married. It's the bad boy that gets the girl first.
It's the bad boy that gets laid.
Okay, well, the nice guy does too.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Okay.
You must agree. You're not saying.
I'm not
there's
saying
no way
anything.
You are speechless.
Yeah. Sometimes I am.
At least there's a lot of rules from these so-called pickup artists on how to get a girl. And most of them involve insulting the girl, being that bad boy.
Well, I don't think you should insult anybody. And,
but they're funny insults.
Okay.
This line always worked for me also. I'd go up to, a couple of young ladies. Women are always in packs. And I would say to the prettiest one, I'd say, so, I heard all the pretty girls hang out at this place, but where are they?
Yeah.
And they'd get like a little insulted and then they'd laugh.
You told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked for me a lot. And I just found it to be fun, and it was an
Yeah.
opener. And the more
I don't think you had to say much.
well, they approached me most of the time.
I don't think you had to necessarily say much.
No, I just had to say, "Hi,
You were cute.
how you doing?"
Yeah, you were cute, and you had this air about you, this confidence, and that always works. When you're confident, you have a certain look about you, a certain demeanor, and people want to be around that.
That's right. And for every guy who ever wanted a girl and doesn't want to act like a jerk, well, this is how you do it.
Okay,
Okay.
do share.
Alrighty.
Let's find out how Anthony doesn't want to act like a jerk.
A woman doesn't always know what she wants until a man she trusts shows her.
Oh, interesting.
That's right.
Is that what you think?
Well, I'm not going to say my thoughts because my thoughts have always gotten me in trouble. But I will say, have you ever seen a woman's list? The things that she wants in a man?
Oh my God, I've seen many of them.
That's right. Well, the curious thing is that list is hardly ever what she really wants.
Well, sometimes she doesn't really know.
There you go.
Sometimes she doesn't really know. She's just kind of putting everything down that she thinks would be a good thing.
That's right.
I think I'd like him to be tall, dark, and handsome and bum, 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 bum. I think. And then she meets somebody that she cares about, that she likes, that she has a connection with, because really, it's once you have a connection, and then whatever it is that person is, that's what she decides she wants.
That's right. You can't really put what you want on a 3x5 index card. What she wants is a man who is stronger than her, who she can trust, and who she wants to surrender to.
I guess it depends on the woman.
I'm going to tell you what several women have said to me. And guys, listen closely. The women said, and this is more than one woman, the same exact words. All I want is for a guy to come along and sweep me off my feet.
Yes, I've actually heard that.
You've heard it too?
I've heard that, yes. Yeah. And, it's interesting. I actually have a few different people that women have said to me, why can't I find a man who will just seduce me, take care of me, be there for me, and just over and over, then I say, but the reality is that first of all, it's a confidence thing. A man is not going to go after somebody who is sticking her head in the sand. It's just not going to happen. If he's going to be attracted to her and sweep her off her feet and seduce her and take care of her, quote unquote, he's going to want her to be substantial. She's got to be somebody that's going to have her head held up high. He doesn't want to be, with a little ninny.
Right.
That's the truth.
That's right. Women want the experience of breathtaking,
want
the
romance.
breathtaking euphoria of seduction. Romance.
They want romance.
That's right.
Women want romance. They want flowers. They want candy. They want men to keep their word. They want somebody who's going to be a stand-up guy, who's going to remember important things about them.
Right.
Their important dates. Their important anything. That's what they want.
That's right. They
want to be important to them.
They're looking more for character than cool. The kind of woman that you fall in love with and have a family with is more interested in your character than your alpha ranking among your friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? It's nice to be an alpha guy. It's nice to be an alpha person. It's, hey, yeah, good for you. But the reality is that she wants somebody she can count on.
That's right.
And character is everything.
Absolutely. And as a good guy, you spend less time trying to impress her and more time being yourself and getting to know her.
Absolutely.
And as a result, you have a deep relationship of connection.
Well, there we are. There's that word. We say that all the time.
All the time.
It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you wear. If you have a connection with somebody, that's what it's about. It's all about the connection.
Yes, but I still got to say, if you want to attract her in the beginning, you got to be a little cool and a little bit of a bad boy just to attract her. And then you can gradually change into what she's really looking for. And, is she looking for tall, dark, and handsome? Well, looks matter, but not as much as you think.
They matter a little. They do matter.
Just a little.
But you want somebody here, if you think about it, you want them to, the looks matter in the case of you want them to be clean cut. You want them to, be clean, of course.
I always prefer my women dirty.
It depends on, but you're not talking about filthy. You're talking about nasty. There's a difference.
Yeah, the dirtier the better.
Yeah, you're talking sexy dirty. You're not talking, smelly dirty.
Oh.
There's a difference between dirty and dirty.
Right. You know the story about my blind date in high school.
The dirty hair.
The dirty hair wasn't her.
It wasn't her day to wash her hair.
So she went out with me and she didn't wash her hair. And everybody told me it was so silky and shiny. Well, that was because the oils from her scalp.
She was dirty, but not the dirty good kind.
Not dirty enough.
Not the dirty good kind.
At least let's be honest. Okay, most of the time, a very beautiful woman marries down in the looks department. Even great-looking guys.
I have to tell you something, though. I have seen great-looking guys with not so great-looking gals.
I've seen that too.
Yeah.
And I'm going, wow.
What is that guy doing with that frumpy, dowdy girl?
Yeah. I often say that myself, but we don't know who she really is.
It doesn't matter. It's the connection. Mm-hmm. We've had that conversation.
That's right.
And because see, the thing is that we know that after a while, they're together and we see that, their relationship progressed. But how did they get there? And that was, they had a connection. They had a moment that sparked something. And that's where it happened.
That's right. And if women needed their mates to be as pretty as they are, they'd be lesbians. Which means if you're average looking, in relatively good shape, take care of yourself, you have all the good looks you need to attract women, you want to get her to be your girlfriend.
Yes, and then you want her to trust you.
That's right. And girls are always better looking than guys. Girls are just...
No, not always.
Generally speaking.
No,
okay.
I know some pretty... Oh, yeah, we're talking foam domes.
Really? But you know what?
And frumpy dowdy. Oh, God. And they're with these guys that I'm like, huh? But it's the connection.
They're much more appreciative. When a woman is not all that together and she has a nice looking guy that pays attention to her and
I'm telling you, there is
fulfills her needs.
She's not.
She's appreciative.
She's not. I know a situation where she was not appreciative and she was not. They're, I don't think they're together anymore. I'm not sure.
Well, there you have it right there. They're not together anymore. But
they were together for a long time and he just took it. And I didn't get it. It was awful. Yeah.
Well, maybe
awful.
He wasn't as strong as he should have been.
Yeah, I thought he was stronger.
But
he's not.
I think no matter what, whether you're attractive or not attractive or whatever, a woman wants a man that she can trust.
Yes. I said that.
A woman.
I said that.
Yes, you did. You always do. You said it first.
I did.
I heard it somewhere. It was from you. I just repeated it. But, a woman's most protected possession is her heart.
I know that.
Yeah. And as a result,
just don't break it then, guys. Don't break that lady's heart.
Don't do that. No. She's looking for a guy that she can surrender to, the guy who she can give herself fully. Mm-hmm. She wants to trust you because that makes her feel safe and protected.
Well, that's just it. She does want to feel safe in her relationship. She absolutely does. She wants to feel that she has someone who is going to be with her, who will be stronger and protective and love her unconditionally.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And all those feminist rants aside, women who want a relationship want the man to be emotionally stronger than her because she knows she's emotional. She knows she's kind of crazy sometimes. And if you're acting strong enough to
But the
handle
truth
her,
of the matter is that she needs to be able to crumble in your arms and know that she's safe.
and you're going to put the pieces back together for her.
Exactly. And, the truth is that she'll be there for you too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. Of course.
You know?
Capture her imagination and she will give you anything else you want.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely. Show her that you can be the strong man for her, and she will also do anything for you.
That's right.
Show her she can trust you. Show her that you have good character. She will give you the world.
And guys, women are much more imaginative than men.
Oh, absolutely. We want to be princesses when we're little girls.
That's right. You guys grow up loving fairy tales.
Exactly. We all want that. We all want Prince Charming from the time we're 5.
That's right. That's right. If you can paint a vision of the future that is alluring, she'll jump right on you.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, women can fall in love with their friends.
Can they?
Yes, they do. It happens all the time.
Does it really?
Yeah, like if you're in the friend zone, don't worry so much.
Really?
Yes.
So you can be in a platonic relationship and then fall in love?
You can. It happens.
Really?
It happens.
Can you be in a platonic relationship and fall out of love too?
It depends how deeply in love you are.
Ah.
It really does. All of the nonsense from these experts, women can fall in love with their friends because, believe it or not, women really like their friends. And with the right approach, she can see you in a whole new light.
It's interesting. I understand that. I know a couple. This is so funny. She actually said to him something, I don't know what it was, something about love, something about sex, something like that. And he looked right at her and he said, never happened. Never happened. Yeah, well, a few years later, it happened. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. You just have to know how to excite somebody. You have to know where their switch is.
That's right. That's right. It's that emotional connection.
Yes.
That's at the heart of sex for women.
Yes. Oh, definitely. Women are extremely emotional, especially sexually.
Yes. And without that emotional connection, even the hottest sex is like doing it with a mannequin.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. If there's not a connection, it's not going to go.
That's right. There's no life in it. Be warm, be gentle, be emotionally, and she'll be willing to be ferocious with her sexuality.
Oh, definitely. I agree with you.
All right, bad boys, listen to this. Good guys get the best girls.
Exactly. And you know the reason why?
Tell me.
I'm going to tell you. Because fabulous girls are certainly not going to fall for any crap. They're not going to fall for a guy who's not real. Just because you're acting like a bad boy, ladies can see right through that. I mean, if you're going to act
They
like
still like it, though.
a bad boy is great, but a good guy act like a bad guy.
You got to be a good guy acting like a bad boy.
Exactly, because a real bad boy, good girls aren't going to fall for a scumbag.
That's right.
I mean, think about that. They can see right through that. Good girls are smart.
That's right.
They know when to be sexy and dirty and clean.
Elise, I know that you're with me on this one. Confidence and conviction are aphrodisiacs.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Total turn on.
That's right. Never mind the rock solid abs, the fancy cars, loads
Wait a second.
of money.
That's nice too.
Right. Those things work great for a one night stand. But I got to tell you, they really don't.
Okay, I mean, they're nice to have.
From experience.
They're really nice to have, but that's not what's important.
That's right.
That's not the most important thing.
Well, personally, I want a one-night stand. And
I'll set one up for you.
And a threesome.
Yeah, I'll set it up for you, okay? Absolutely.
All right. A man who stands on his own 2 feet, solidly and confidently, sure of what he wants.
That's wonderful. That's important. Women love that.
That's right.
But they also want to have somebody who is going to be nice to them all the time. Not just some of the time. Not when they just feel like it.
Well, compliments work magic.
Oh, compliments are awesome.
That's right.
But you have to mean it.
Oh, of course.
And that's the thing, because your lady is smarter than you think, and she'll see right through that.
That's right.
So no crap, guys, okay? Be honest.
That's right. A lot of guys give compliments all wrong.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. They use them to make themselves feel more comfortable.
Exactly.
And they say boring things like, oh, you're really hot, or
Oh, yeah, that's awful.
nice boobs, huh?
Awful. No, but you're really hot. Really? Really? What are you, Paris Hilton? You're hot? You're hot?
The key to using compliments that are meant to make her feel more comfortable, not you. You know, try this. Notice an accessory she's wearing, a pendant, a bracelet, her shoes, or something she's reading, and compliment her on that. Oh, that's a great book you're reading.
Yeah, that's also something that makes you feel smart, too.
That's right. What made you pick it up?
Yeah.
This one works for me, and I still use this one. Not to pick anybody up, but you've got such nice teeth. Do they come out when at the end of the day?
Yeah.
And they laugh and they giggle, and and they really do have nice teeth.
Yeah, well, you have to be honest.
That's right. Remember, women want a man who is stronger than her emotionally. They do.
I know.
If a guy crumbles, shrinks back, cowers in fear, he's lost. But if she rejects you and you take her rejection in stride, showing you that you are neither fazed or bothered by it, go for it again. Like nothing is a big deal, and your luck just might change.
Oh, I hope so.
You've been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You want more? Go right to our website, 920thejersey.com, click on demand, and scroll directly to us.
And get the lowdown on getting down. Tune in to your bad boy inside you.
Or your bad girl.
Listen each week. We always have something sexy to say. Got questions? Email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
And remember, your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card.
But how you make people feel, well, that becomes your trademark.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.